everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about my Disney college program experience from beginning to end and kind of just sum everything up into one video. Starting off with the application process, I applied twice. The first time I didn't really know what I was doing, like I didn't watch any YouTube videos or join any Facebook groups, which is actually really helpful. Hold on, I hate this hat. I went into it blind and I never got anything past the initial application, but the second time I did it, I got to the web interview and then of course a phone interview, and there I was, accepted. I did a ton of research, YouTube videos, Facebook groups. I did everything that I could. I watched YouTube videos for the phone interview so I knew what kind of questions they were going to ask. Some people had their phone interview like 2 weeks before me, so they were posting on the Facebook group like, oh, they're going to ask you this or this and this. So I was like, okay, I'm going to write every possible scenario down and have a response for everything. I studied that paper like it was the biggest test I was ever gonna take, like my life depended on it. I wrote the questions down, the answers down. I had my friends call me at random times and I would have to pick up and like they would ask me questions and I would respond to them. When it finally came down to the phone interview, I didn't even pick up the piece of paper at all. It was like all of my nerves just went away, and I don't know what happened in me, but I was just like, you know, this is okay. Obviously, you schedule the phone interview, so you know what day and what time it's coming. It was Valentine's Day 2017, and I had it scheduled for like 9 in the morning because I could not live if it was going to be like at the end of the day. The whole day I would be freaking out. That's what I did. I woke up really early, went over my notes, and the phone rings, and sometimes it'll say like no caller ID or just a bunch of zeros. That was like for me. So you know who's calling and you pick it up and you're like, hi, this is Sophie. Oh, that was so weird because what are you gonna do? You're gonna be like, hello? Anyway, so I picked up the phone and I was like, hi, this is Sophie. And they're like, hi Sophie, this is like blah 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 from Disney or something like that. And she just asked me some questions, and my interview was like 12 minutes long. And people on Facebook were like, oh, my interview was 20 minutes long, like I think I did great. And I was like, mine was only 12 minutes long, like what is wrong with me? What is gonna happen? So of course I started to doubt myself, and I'm like, everybody has an interview twice as long as mine. Why was mine only 12 minutes? But anyway, like 2 weeks after that, I got an email. I was sitting by myself eating lunch. LOL. By that point, I had given up completely because it was like 2 weeks later, so I didn't think I was gonna get in at all. I was just constantly refreshing my email and nothing was coming, and I was like obsessed with it. Like my phone, for some reason, I cannot figure it out, but it doesn't send me when I get an email, like it doesn't notify me or anything. And I've tried everything, like they did it with my old phone, it's doing it with my new phone, so whatever. I don't know. So I always have to manually do it, and I was doing that multiple times an hour. Like I would be in class and refreshing it, and then I get out of class and I refresh it, and then this one day when I was at lunch, I just went in. Oh no, I took a test and I refreshed it and I got nothing. And I went down, I sat to have my lunch in the cafeteria and refreshed it, and it just said congratulations. And I was like, what? And then I started crying and I FaceTimed my mom and I'm like, I got in, and she's like, oh my gosh. And I was all by myself. Everyone was probably like, why is she crying about, weirdo? And it said I was accepted for the quick service food and beverage role, and from there I went. So after that, I tried to find some roommates on the Facebook group, and I found this group of girls, but like 2 of them couldn't make it, only 1 of them could. Anyway, so I got with her, and then we were gonna be roommates, and we went all summer, and we were like, oh, our room's gonna look like this, and we're gonna do this, and it was gonna be so much fun. Anyway, that was in February, yeah, February, like the end of February, March. And then fast forward to August 2017, and just like a little, it's not really a tip, but in case this happens to you, this is what happened to me. I have a scholarship that I get each semester at school, but it says I have to be a full-time student to get the money, but I wanted to take the time off when I was in Disney, or even if I did 2 classes, like that's still not full-time, that's only part-time. So I spoke to the financial office and they had to accept that before I could accept Disney. So I just had to fill out a form and it said that they would postpone it for a semester while I could go and do that. They just need a proof of the internship and that. So yeah, in case that happens to you, don't lose hope, because I thought that was it. I'm like, but what about my scholarship? Like, I need that. Definitely need that to go to school. So I couldn't have gone to Disney if they didn't change my scholarship. Anyway, fast forward to August 2017. As a family, we went for my sister's birthday, which is how it always falls. Like for her birthday, we always go to Disney, and I got lucky that it fell on those days. Like, I think I started like August 7th and her birthday's the 3rd, so we were really lucky with that. Yeah, so it was August 7th was the Monday when we arrived at Disney. So for the first week, you're just like getting to know the area, getting to know people. I didn't have a car at the time, so I would take the buses. You can't get into the parks yet until you do traditions, which I think mine was on Friday or Saturday, if I'm not mistaken. I might have been Saturday morning. So they do morning or evening, and morning is the best because then you get to go in the parks all day after that, but you don't get to choose what you get. So yeah, the first week is just like meeting people, I guess. I didn't meet that many people. I'm not like that. I'm whatever. And I already know the area, so I'm like, oh, we can go to the hotels or Disney Springs. Like, everything is chill, it's fine. There's a lot to do without going to the parks anyway. So on Saturday, after you go to traditions, you get your blue ID, which I still have mine. Let me show you. Okay, FYI, you're not supposed to keep this. So if anybody tells on me, I'm gonna know where it came from. Please ignore my ugly fingernail, but this is what it looks like, and then your printer number is here, and you need that to live. Okay, that is when you clock in, you need that number, you need this for everything. So sometimes when I'm going through my wallet like this, and I'm at Disney, they'll see, oh, you have a blue ID, like cast member, you get cast member discount, and I'm just like, no, don't want to use it this time, it's fine. And then you also get this one, which I don't think they care if you keep this because this has nothing, like obviously it expires. Oh, on the back it says that my hire date was August 12th, 2017. It's so cute. To be fair, they never told me to turn in my blue ID. It was just like a thing that everyone said, and then I just forgot to do it, and I'm like, why would I throw it away? But usually, like for real cast members, for real people, you get your picture up here on the corner. Oh, it's blurry. Right up there. But since we're only there for a few months, there's no point. Moving on, after traditions, you go to the parks with your friends and you're having so much fun, and then you go to training, which, hold on, I have more evidence. You get one of these on your badge, your name tag. Oh, here's mine. So it was like this. Oops. Oh my god, who needs a manicure? I do. Okay, so it looks like this. How cute. Mine says Sheffield on it because I lost mine that said FAU. Don't know what happened to that one. I would have loved to keep that one too, but you can still order a new one from costuming. It's really cheap. It was, I don't know, like $10 or something. So they're not expensive and you can wear them for your program. Weird thing, I don't have like a thick accent or anything. Like, you can only tell when I say certain words, I guess. And I always had this on and they were just like, where's your accent? And I'm like, moving on. So training is like, the first class is, you have to do it on like a computer and stuff, and it's like a bunch of boring stuff, but you have to do it. And then after that, you're actually like hands-on and you're in and you're learning how to do it, and you have really bad shifts throughout the whole program, but definitely for training, I was there from like 7 to 1. They're like 5-hour shifts. And of course, each day you're assigned a trainer, and then at the end of the training, you like go, for example, I was like training how to close and stuff like that. So we would go and close, and then a leader would come and like check it out and see if we passed. And then you have to take a test that's like online that is really, really easy. Never heard of anyone failing it. I don't think that's even a thing, but it's like common sense, and the leader's always like, oh, it's fine, whatever. So that is training. And you can take off your little earning my ears badge whenever you want. I left mine on for like I don't know, a week or two after that because I wanted, it was like my blanket. It was like, they know I'm training, so they're not gonna be mean to me, which is wrong. If you saw my cast member video, I'll put a link here, but moving on. Talking about roommates, I had 5 other girls in a house, in an apartment with me, house. So there were 3 beds and 6 girls. I mean 3 bedrooms and 6 girls. There were not 3 beds to 6 people. Okay. 3 of them were on the international program, so they were all from Japan, which was really cool. They taught us some like Japanese, so I learned how to count to 10 in Japanese and say like a few phrases. I have no clue what they would be now, but it was fun. I don't really want to talk about my roommates because we didn't get along and it gives me like PTSD about it. I don't know how else to describe it. Like, I have suppressed those memories, which kind of sucks, but if I think about it and talk about it, it just like gets to me. Not in like a sad way, I don't know, I just don't like talking about it. But I can tell you that I met, obviously, if you see my video, I met Curtis at Disney. So I met him on the bus coming back from Traditions. I met him like the first week. That was really cool. Oh, talking about housing. So I said there was 3 bedrooms, there were 6 of us. Yeah, we lived in Vista Way and the rent was like $104 a week. So it was like $420 or so a month, which isn't bad, but also like when you think 3 bedrooms for 6 people, like 6 times 420, is that like 3,000? I don't know, but they're still making a lot of money from that, but I feel like that's fair enough, like $100 or so a week, and it just comes out of your paycheck, so that's not too bad. Also, like I said, I didn't bring a car, so I had to take the buses, which wasn't too big of a deal. It only sucked when it was nighttime and it was like 1 a.m. and all you want to do is go home, but we were like living 10 minutes away from the park, but the bus ride was like 45 minutes, an hour long because we were last, and it also has to pick up other people, drop them off, and that wasn't a highlight of that. But it was nice going to work because you had time to like get in the zone and like chill, and you could just, well, I just put my headphones in and sat on the bus for like 35 minutes, so that was nice. Throughout my program I did the Christmas party, Halloween parties. They were really fun. I never got to work a Halloween party because those shifts were always given, they were always taken by the time I got to them. But the Christmas party shifts I was allowed to do because I worked in Cosmics, and that's where one of the pickups for the Christmas parties is, or what do you want to call it? That's where you get the cookies from on the trail, whatever. So we were just given those shifts automatically, and I had to wear this outfit. Me and Curtis both did. That was a lot of fun. Those shifts were just giving out cookies, and like the boys had to mix the chocolate milk in this huge cylinder, which that was weird, but yeah. I didn't even mention that I worked in Cosmic Rays in this video at all. Stupid me. There was also New Year's Eve, which was the craziest day of my life. Like I said, I did a video on that too. That's a whole story, a mess. And then after that you have like a mini graduation, which is really cute. I didn't get to go because I had to work that day, but basically you get like a certificate, which I never got. Curtis and I both have to work, and my roommates went, but like I said, we weren't exactly tight. So unfortunately I didn't have anyone to pick it up for me, but that's okay because at the end of my program I was over it and I wanted to go home, and I didn't care about some stupid graduation. Of course, looking back, you're like, oh, I kind of wish I had a certificate to prove it, but it's not that big of a deal. I have the blue ID. Overall, this was a great experience. Sometimes people ask me, did it ruin the magic for you? And no, it didn't. As you know, I go all the time. It hasn't swayed me anyway. I have seen things that I never thought I would get to see, but it still hasn't put me off in any way. The only thing I think about more is like the price of food. Like a price of a slushie is like $6, and I used to make those all the time, and I just think about how cheap it is to make. But I guess that's like everything at Disney. It doesn't stop me from buying that slushie. Just lets me know how it's made. That stuff didn't bother me. It kind of put me off like maybe for like a month, and by the time like I finished in January and we were already back visiting in May, so we really didn't have that much of a break. If I have any advice, it would just be try and do as much as you can, like legit try to do everything. Go to all the parks, all the water parks, go to Disney Springs, go to rope drops, stay out really late, just do all of that stuff. And so you're not home and you regret it, which I don't regret it because I had a really good time. Sometimes it got to be too much and I would call my mom crying and I just want to go home. Like, but that was only the meanness of the people I lived with. Well, I guess work actually kind of sucks sometimes too. But you should do it because it's a lot of fun. And you can meet people who you're friends with forever, or you could meet the person who you're gonna love forever, like I did. So, and it's really cool to be able to say you met at Disney, and most people are like, oh, did you meet in line or something? And I'm like, no, we worked there. If you have any questions, let me know. I also did a few different CP videos, so I'll put them down below. Thanks for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you on my next one. Bye! Darling,